Hi guys, Chris with 1990 Pontiac Firebird. Just wanted to, sorry it's been a while, I've been busy, had a lot of things going on. Just wanted to show you the latest thing I'm doing. I decided after I've had some issues with the car that I finally had to, take the door panels back off and finally redo them. They're getting pretty cruddy, as you can see. This one here was actually completely coming apart. And as you can see, I'm actually in the process of, trying to repair it and get it back to, putting some life back into these. There's nothing like the originals, and as you can see, the weakest spots are where these sew patterns are on this cardboard. And the other thing you're going to see here is what I started with is some wood glue. And what I started is this here, and actually seal that up and trying to give it some strength again, and then around all the joints, putting some, actual glue around all the holes and so forth and re-securing it. Now, I'm doing 3 different processes here. The next thing I decided to do once that was done was use this. Triple thick polyurethane, triple base, okay? And so what I'm doing with that is I'm gonna put 3 coats on it like this. There's nothing that we're gonna really be able to do to stop the water leaks. But what I can do is turn this into a waterproof type of environment for the panels. So I'm starting with this, and what I'm going to do is I put 3 coats on this, 3 coats on the other side, and when it's done it'll dry clear just like that. Now luckily in this Texas heat it doesn't take long, and so I'll put on 3 coats of that, and then what I'm going to do for the final mesh and the final sealant of it is I'm going hardcore. I decided I'm going to go ahead and use some fiberglass and some resin, and I'll show you that in a little while once I get these done. But I'm actually going to go ahead and fiberglass these panels with that. We'll put these on the mats so they'll no longer be just pliable wood, thin little plexiglass wood, pressboard wood. It's going to actually be fiberglass, just like a boat. So that's my next thing I'm going to do with this is once this thing sets up, I'm going to cut this fiberglass out here. I'm going to put some resin on, and I'm going to put it across both the inside and outside, and I'm going to turn this back into a really formidable force against the water that comes into the car from the leaks. One other thing I did here, as you can see, that's where the old the adjustable mirror went. And when I had the electric mirrors put in, the guy decided he was going to just take it out and put it right there for some reason. So it's time to fill that in too, and I want to make that all one piece. So basically all I did was just take a piece of cardboard about the same size as that, and then when you look on the back side of it, all I did was slide it in there, and I put a patch over top of it there. And as you can see, this is what it looks like after the 3 coats. So it's really already pretty solid again as far as wood and so forth, and being a force that can actually maintain the water and sustain it. But once I get done with the fiberglass, which will be coming up next, then you'll really see the difference in how strong this is going to be. Alright, I will show you that result in a little while. In the meantime, like I said, just starting off with some wood glue, and you can see again this was actually all the way through broken apart here. Again, I'm just taking some cardboard, just like I did the other one. Some cardboard. I glued it on top of it, giving it a base. When I turn it over, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I stripped it down, and then I'm just going to redo. These here were already done, as you remember from the very first. That was actually the very first thing I did on here. So all I'm going to do, if I decide I want to keep these, I might just remount it back on there. The other one's not as in good a shape, and so in that case, I may actually go use the roofing material that I have that'll actually give it some about the same texture as this. Hopefully I don't need to. If I do, it'll just be over top of this and just something to add to it. All right, there's the little hole that he cut out there, so I'll just have to mix that in there accordingly. So, all right, I'll be in touch. I'll see you in a little bit.